as I am doing my makeup, an Elizabeth on Elizabeth Chronicle has hit me. And Hudson sent me this video that I just watched on YouTube. And it's basically saying if God gives you a Ferrari and a year later you don't take care of it. Well, if somebody gives you a Ferrari and a year later you don't take care of it and it's like all scratched up and dirty and whatever, whatever, why would they give you something else? And then he says it's the same thing with God. So I sent Hudson a message and I was like, okay, well, what has God given you lately? And he's like, what do you mean? So I called him and I told him, don't think about it. Well, think about it. Don't answer me now. But I would like you to think about what God has given you. And it doesn't have to be tangible, like something that you could put your hands on, you could touch, feel. But think about the tangible and intangible things that God has given you. 5 things is what I told Hudson. And I want you to think about the things that he's giving you and how you appreciate them and how you utilize them. And we'll discuss it later. And I think that's something that is great for us all to look at. What has God given us? We get so caught up in the mundane of every day and what I have and what I don't have and what I'm missing, and oh God, well, I want this my business to be 10x, or I want my business to be 2x, and or I want my business to be 1x. It hasn't even done anything yet, and I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting. And it's, but have you realized that God's given us the idea of the business, and how have we nourished it? How have we've taken care of? What have we done with it? So how can we ask for more when we really haven't even stewarded or even acknowledged what we have already been given? And it goes back into the lessons of the talents too, where the master gave them 1 and he gave them 5 and he gave them 10. It's how are we stewarding that? And you could say, I don't have anything, but the idea, is that not a talent? Is that not a start? Is that not a vessel that now needs to be washed, needs to be clean, needs to be taken care of so that it is ready when God decides to pour? And I question myself. Well, not even question myself. I give myself feedback on even my space, my apartment. I'm like, I've outgrown this apartment. It's time for me to go. I have an apartment, I have a storage, like I can't function in it. And it's like, okay, but why can't I? Am I not being appreciative of this space? Because I could not have this space. I could be at my mom's, like sleeping on the floor, which is fine if that is something that I have to do. I'm not negating it. However, how can I make this space work? How can I reassess what I have? What do I have that I'm holding on to that I need to let go of? I'm saying, God, I need this, but yet I'm going to take the same here to the next spot because I'm not tweaking. And it's like, okay, I've been decluttering, I've been organizing, I've been developing systems and organizing this, and I know this closet has this, but yet that still needs to be refined. And Hudson's not here. He's gone for 2 weeks and he comes back Sunday. So I'm like, okay, that's my deadline. But then him and my mom, he ended up coming yesterday, and it's like I got jubilated. It was a jubilation for me because it was like, okay, this, but I'm like, this is even more. Now I feel congested. Now I feel this because there's more bodies and movement in here. Now I need to go with a fine tooth comb. Let me not just finish. Let me even reallocate, redonate. Like, let's just finish this up to where I can just be zen, calm, and to where when God calls and it's like, okay, this is a prototype, I need you to go prototype it. There's no moving of anything, but there's room to actually breathe while I create, and getting into my SOPs and setting those up and shifting and all of these things that are occurring. I say all that to say, how can I say, well, where are the orders, when it's like, if I sent you 5 orders right now, just 5, would you breeze through putting them out? getting them to the post office, or would you fluster because you got to go here and get this package? This is not here. You haven't set up. You've set it up, but it needs to be fine tuned. You need to move this to get to this. You haven't made the labels yet for this, or you haven't made the QR code stickers. Like, prepare everything so that the house runs smoothly. Prepare it so that you're not being wasteful in a sense to where you're not acknowledging it. You're just not appropriating space as it should be, nor are you appropriating resources, meaning yourself, tangible talent, to get everything aligned and in order and situated so that when I do drop it on you, it's smooth. I'm not giving you more friction. I'm not giving you stress and added. It's calm, my flow, my cadence. So prepare your vessels so that when I start pouring, or when the pouring comes, it overflows from abundance versus overflows from friction and, what's the word I'm looking for? Combustion.